Hey YouTube fans, people the interwebs, it's me, Sam of SG1, coming at you for another video. Yeah, we are doing issue number 116 of Star Trek, the official Starships collection. This time we're doing the U.S.S. Curry, NCC-42254. And as per usual, nice glossy magazine, and the ship itself, but more on that in a little while, because there's a lot to say about this ship. So, we shall, hang on before I destroy everything, get in there, just wanted to jump off its stand for a minute. Yeah. There you go, should have had everything ready, shouldn't I? Bad YouTuber, bad. So, specification. We have type medium cruiser, registry NCC-42254, which puts it right in the Excelsior bracket for 24th century ships. In service 2370, length 380 metres approximately, crew 300 approximately, what, 9.6, weaponry, phaser emitters and photon torpedoes. And we got a real nice CG render of it, of the ship there. Totally different from the front, that's no bad thing. Yes, the primary and secondary hulls of Excelsior class ships vessels were mounted in an unusual way to produce the main structural elements of the U.S.S. Curry, while the pylons and warp nacelles from the Miranda class provided the propulsion components. The Curry fought with the Second Fleet for a short time during the opening engagements of the Dominion War. This large armada was comprised of a number of Starfleet and Klingon ships, included vessels of Excelsior class, Miranda class, Steamrunner class, Katinga class, Galaxy class, Voyager class, and Sabre class, and Defiant class. And then we get another CG render of it as well. That should have been the front cover, I think. That one's a little bit weird from that angle. That one should have been a better view. Then we've got a normal Excelsior class, which is the U.S.S. Excelsior from Voyager, I believe. Yeah. Captain Sisko commanded the Second Fleet from the U.S.S. Defiant NX-74205. Many of the engagements of the Dominion in the first 3 months of the war, this was a grim time for the Federation and its allies. Their fleets were consistently forced into engage by the Jemadar. Sisko tried to remain positive for the sake of morale, but even he felt helpless rage when he heard about the 7th Fleet had been decimated by the Dominion. Yeah, and then we've got topographical view, which is pretty cool. In 2374, the battle-weary Second Fleet retreated to a relative safety of Federation space. The Armada included Mongol ships such as the Curry, the Raging Queen, the Centaur, and the Elkins. In order to retake Deep Space Nine from the Dominion, Captain Sisko put together a task force that comprised elements of the 2nd, 5th, and 9th fleets, around 800 ships. Later, the Dominion War, the Second Fleet had 3 times in a month. Later in the Dominion War, the Second Fleet tried 3 times in a month to retake Beta Z from occupying forces. Unfortunately, they were unable to do so because Dominion kept sending reinforcements and fortifying their position. Comedy name. The lettering of the Raging Queen. Fucking, I can't speak. The lettering of the Raging Queen was never seen on screen. It was only discovered later in photos. A studio model surfaced naming it Raging Queen comes from a pirate vessel which featured in a Saturday Night Live sketch featuring Michael Palin. Yeah, that was to do with back in the early 70s, mid 70s. There was there were loads of pirate radio stations floating around. The most famous is, of course, Radio Caroline. There's a movie about it called The Boat That Rocked. And it's all about that, and that's similar to where this comes from. And then we get building the U.S.S. Curry, and then we've got various models, shots of the model in various states of distress, as in, battle damaged and stuff like that. I was like this. It's really cool. And it was built by Dan Curry. And then it goes into a nice interview with Dan Curry there, because special effects is always very interesting to read about and see actually put together, you know. So it goes into, then we've got the special effects team there with Dan Curry, Gary Hutzel, Ronald B. Moore, Tony Manninger in there as well. You know, God bless you, Gary Hutzel. Recently died about a year or so ago. And then we've got sort of CG renders there of the Echo Papa 607, the storyboards of the from Q-Who, which is really cool. I love storyboards. And then that's the first thing Dan Curry did on Star Trek. He did the title cards for Star Trek 4: The Voyage Home and stayed on staff ever since. And then there you go, you got them making the anti-time anomaly from All Good Things, and there's a picture of it, you know, a screenshot from the episode. And Dan Curry also came up with a lot of the Klingon fighting style, and he also came up with several Klingon weapons, including the Batleth, Makleth, the Daktag, and a few others, which is really cool. And he often directed second unit stuff as well. And then we've got on screen. First appearance, Time to Stand. TV appearance, Deep Space Nine. Designed by Dan Curry. The Jem'Hadar attack ship that used by Captain Sisko and his team to infiltrate the enemy behind enemy lines in A Time to Stand was the one captured from previous season episode The Ship. Co-executive producer Ronald D. Moore revealed that the line cut from The Time to Stand, which included that the captured Jem'Hadar ship was transmitting a newly updated recognition signal, and that's why it did not raise any suspicions to other Dominion-aligned ships. A Time to Stand was dedicated to the memory of Brandon Tartikoff, the former chairman of Paramount Pictures, who died in August 1997. It was Tartikoff that approached executive producer Wick Berman about doing another Star Trek series while Next Generation was still in the air. Tartikoff suggested a series set on a space station rather than a starship. Warp engines of the Jem'Hadar attack ship used by Captain Sisko and its crew were taken out by the explosion as it made its escape from Ketracel White Depot. Using impulse power only, it would take them 17 years to return to Federation space. So there we go. I've got a nice view of it on the back there. So that's the magazine done. Stay. Good boy. And now to the ship itself, and here we are. One of the Frankenstein fleet. There's several, and again, I never expected to see this ship in this collection at all. Some nice detail, nice Excelsior saucer, nice Excelsior star drive, and a couple of things are irritating me. Number one, they've got the Constitution, the refit style nacelles correct on this model, but none on the previous refit models we've had so far. That irks me a lot. That really does irk me a lot. And one thing that really irks me as well is, and this is accurate to the show, this is accurate to the screen. What I mean is, these nacelles are comically out of scale to the rest of the ship. I mean, it's possible that they built these nacelles, but when you've got, I mean, this is 23, and when is it, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. So it's 2374. We've got nacelles, you know, like this, you know, floating around the Federation at the minute, at this point in Starfleet. So there's no excuse to build old style nacelles. I mean, it's possible they were left over from another ship, but like I said, they are woefully out of scale. Astris Scientia, which is a fantastic site. I'll put the link in the description, but I'll also put a picture in here. There we go, showing you that if you scale the nacelles down, it looks a lot better, but the model is the model as it appears on screen, and it's very nice. It is lacking a few details on the bottom, but it's nicely painted. There's no windows on this one, because if they were, they would be misaligned. And it's interesting that you've got a impulse engine here, and yet they've put like a Constitution style one in underneath the saucer section there, and you can see the where the connecting dorsal would fit on an Excelsior class ship, just in there, which is quite cool. Because this whole saucer section has been remoulded, and I should have had the other Excelsior class ships out ready to compare, but as per usual I didn't. You've got a clear plastic deflector dish, and you've got a real nice big Starfleet insignia on top of the shuttle bay, which they moved from the rear. It says light cruiser, but with the shuttle bay being there, I would imagine that this might be able to launch fighters as well. But there's some nice details, particularly in the cargo hold at the back there, if you're going to be able to see it. You've got some nice gold painted bits. But yeah, this is an odd one. This is a really odd one. Now, there is a variant of this class called the Elkins. Now, it has the nacelles, instead of being attached by the saucer, they have the nacelles attached to the dorsal connector inside there. So they stick outwards a bit. So yeah, it's an odd one. It is really an odd one. Like I say, I never in a million years thought I'd see this ship, along with the Wolf 359 ships. So that's cool. It's cool that we've got it, and it does appear like it does on screen, but this is the one occasion where I would like the nacelles rescaled, like I showed you on the picture earlier. Yeah, it's got the name and registry on there, but that's how it appears in the show. I mean, I can imagine that to oppose the Dominion, who have the ability to produce ships at a frightening exponential rate. You know, they can build ships faster than the Federation can destroy them, because they're all like sort of standard. They're all the same, so they can just like whip out a load of them straight away. Whereas the Federation, you know, at least at the you know, sort of midway through, you know, they've had plenty of ships like Galaxies, Excelsiors, and you know, whatever else was floating around, and then they just kit bash a load of ships together. You know, because they have parts left over from either decommissioning, you know, surplus yards, and they throw these ships together just like quick, just like, you know, spot weld it together and go, right, go fight it. Which is an understandable thing. You know, you'd use anything you could to get more ships. So that's why this exists. But it is a bit odd, I must admit. I mean, I could see that, you know, it might have been a cargo hauler at one point, and then they thought, right, we need more warships, so they threw it together. But it's a nice model. It's a nice model. You know, it's not without its problems. I mean, the nacelles just like they've been stuck on, which they had been. Instead of having like adding an extra, you know, some detail there, like an extra pylon or something, because you can see where these were supposed to be for a Reliant model, and they haven't trimmed. Dan Curry didn't trim that bit off. You know, because there's no sort of gap in the saucer for it to fit. You know, but like I say, it's just they spot welded it together, you know, in the cannon. So we've got U.S.S. Curry NCC-42254, and it fits on the stand thus. And there it is. Should you get it? Yes, you should. If you like Federation ships and you like fucking weird oddities, then this is the ship for you. You need to get this ship. It's really cool. It'll stand great on your Deep Space Nine shelf, or your Federation fleet shelf, or your Excelsior class ship fleet. You know. So yeah, it's definitely worth a pick up. Also, as well, one thing I really would like to see, I would like to see the Lakota pop up in this set. You know, yeah, no, I was nearly dropped that one. Didn't though. Nearly did though. But there you go. Yeah, you should get this. If you like Federation ships, you should definitely pick this bad boy up, because it is really cool. It's different, interesting, and weird. And like I say, it fits great with your Wolf 359 ships. It really does, you know, fit well with those guys. So anyway, so that's me. That's the ship. So please like, share, and subscribe to this video. Please hit that notification bell to tell you when I've got new content available, which is it's going to be. I'm going to try and get at least 4 videos a week out. So 2 ships maybe a special and a Transformers review, or maybe 2 Transformers review. So, yeah, so give me a like, share, and subscribe, and I will catch you all later. Bye for now.